Another video. Today I have for you my short 7-day review on the Samsung Galaxy S8. If you want my full review later down the line, just let me know down in the comments and I will come back with that. But today I will be giving you my 7-day rundown of the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now this is of course Samsung's newest flagship device along with the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. The specs of this device, the Galaxy S8, it has a 3000 mAh battery, it has 64 GB of internal storage, and it has 4 GB of RAM. We have Samsung's own chipset, which is the Exynos 8895. The US model is shipping out with the Snapdragon 8835, sorry. And that is apparently running a lot hotter than the Exynos 8895, and from some tests I've seen, the 8895 is running a lot more smoother, faster, cooler, everything a lot better than the Snapdragon model, and of course that is making the US market feel unhappy that Samsung have chose to favour the two markets. Obviously the European market are getting Samsung's own chipset and US are getting Snapdragon's chipset. Now I personally don't know the tests. I don't have the Snapdragon device to test alongside this, but I'm just going from what I've seen in other reviews. We also get, as you can see on the front of the display here, it is Samsung's newest display and they are calling that the Infinity display. So we have a 5.8 inch full Quad HD Plus AMOLED Super AMOLED display, and it has 1440 by 2960 pixels and it is 570 pixels per inch. On the top we get your 8 megapixel front facing camera, and this comes with autofocus, so that's very good, and I believe it records full HD or even 4K video on the front camera there. We have your iris scanner sensors and all the other sensors, and your speaker for taking calls. The bottom of the device, we no longer have a home button because Samsung are using this Infinity display and trying to have the bezel-less phone. They've removed the Samsung logo on the top and the home button, but we now get a pressure sensitive home button underneath the display, so you hold that down for a few seconds, you get some haptic feedback and it unlocks the device. So that's very nice, really quick to unlock the phone that way. Taking a look at the side of the device, we do get your volume up and down, and of course Samsung's new assistant, which is Bixby. It's sort of like Google Now and of course Google Assistant. We also get on the other side your power button, and that's it on the right side. Moving to the top of the device, we get your SIM tray and your SD card tray just there, and we have your microphone and 2 antennas. Moving to the bottom, we again get a couple of antenna lines, another microphone, your 3.5mm headphone jack, USB Type-C port, and the speaker. Now the speaker is of course in a slightly odd place because if you are watching videos this way round, most of the time you are going to be covering that speaker, so that is probably a problem. Moving to the back of the device, we do have your 12 megapixel camera, the fingerprint sensor on the right, which is in an awkward place as many people already know, and then on the left we get your heartbeat monitor and the flash. Now it is quite a strange place. I have pretty big hands and I still struggle to get to it. I do have to move the device a little bit, whereas if I was to go to the top of the screen there, swipe down the notifications, I can get to that easy, but I struggle to find the fingerprint. If it was on the left it'd probably be better, but with it being on the right, not so good. If you're left-handed, I mean, that's probably perfect for you, but it is hard to reach. That is a problem. Anyway, let's boot the phone up, and there we go. So if you want, in another video I can do a little speed test. I can't compare it to anything, I can just give you the score and you can see how well it performs, and then find out with your device, or we can even take a look at the results because it gives off other devices. So this is the home screen we have. Of course I have my own wallpaper. Very clean and a very nice display, as you can see. So opening up the phone, we do get, like I say, your nice display. We have on the side here, if you pull to the right, we have your apps edge. So you get that. I have all my apps that I most use. You have your people's edge. You have a little smart select edge, so you can make rectangles, you can pin stuff, you can write on the screen, you can make GIFs as well. So if you're watching a video and you want to make a GIF, you can just click on that and you can make your own GIF. And then we have here your weather, so that's pretty cool. Now the app drawer, we no longer have a button for the app drawer, but if you swipe up you get into your apps, or you can swipe down on the screen and you still get to your apps that way. It's pretty nice because it saves up on the having the app drawer button there. But if you don't like, of course, if you don't like Samsung's own skin, you can put a launcher on there. Previously with other smartphones, Android models anyway, I have used Nova Launcher, but this time around I'm sticking with Samsung's TouchWiz. I had a comment in my unboxing about the TouchWiz, is it improved, and the last Samsung device I had was the S5, and it's not even noticeable that it's a Samsung. I've had the Samsung Galaxy S2, 3, 4, 5 and the Note 3. All of those, the TouchWiz, it was really awful. It really ruined the phone. Really cheap, really clunky. But now Samsung seem to be catching up with their software on top of their good hardware they already have. They're now catching up in terms of software, so that is very good. We get, as I mentioned, we do get the Bixby button. Now I have seen a lot of people wanting to remap that. I believe there was in the first when the phone came out, there was an app for the remapping of the Bixby button. Samsung sort of made a patch to block that. I did yesterday have an update, and I had, before the update, I did download this app called Bix Action. So if we swipe up here, down here there is a app called Bix Action, and it is to remap your Bixby button. So now if I press the Bixby button, it's not doing nothing. Now this is since the update, so what I have to do, I have to double tap and then tap again. We have Bixby, so you have to tap 3 times, and you've seen there it opened up the Play Store. Tap once again and you get the Play Store. Now this, if you turn your phone off at night, I'm someone who likes to turn my phone off when I go to sleep. So when you wake up and you turn your device on, you will have to do those steps. Now before the update, as mentioned yesterday, before we had the update, you just press the Bixby button and it would go to the app that you had remapped it. So now if I press the Bixby button again, there we go, straight to the Play Store. Or you can set it up to any other app you wish. You can set it up to your social medias like Twitter, Facebook, etc., or anything else you have in mind that you want to remap that button to. So I'll make sure to link that app down in the video description if you want to check that out. It's just called Bix Action. So that one there, if you can see, that is the app you want to download, and you no longer have the Bixby app. You now have a shortcut to one of your apps of your choice. So the next thing I want to speak of, so that is a plus, having the remapping of the Bixby button, because of course Bixby is not really 100% all systems go at the minute. The assistant thing on Bixby isn't working too great at the minute. We also have, if I go into the camera, we also get Bixby Vision, which the Bixby Vision is okay. If I get this here, I have a little something. So I've got a Star Wars thing here, and if I just open up the Bixby Action, and then it will search. Let me zoom out. Oh, sorry, I'll zoom out for you quickly so you can see this. So now it has come up here. Now it's come up. Oh, we get it in the end. We get it in the end. See, this is the thing with Bixby. It's pretty darn slow at the minute. So if I click images, and that's what we get. So it's got Star Wars, and it's bringing up all these models, mannequins. Is that a Hoover or something there? So you get that, and if we go shopping, no matches found. Now if I try and get a better picture, if I try, see if I can get something better here. Yeah, there we go. Now it comes up with loads of Star Wars things. It doesn't come up with the thing that I have, but it does recommend different Star Wars things, which is pretty cool. And then if we go into images, this time we should get, no, instead we get razors, smartphone makers. Didn't know you could make a smartphone, but you have that. So it's a bit clunky, as you can see. That is why I use the Bixby Remap button at the minute. The other problem with the device at the minute is the thing what people are calling red screen or red gate. I don't know what you want to call it. So we're having that gate issue again with another device. So if I go into the display here, I'm not sure if you're going to see it on the camera. So I go into display, go into color balance. Now if you can see there, I do have my RGB sorted to how I need it. I was noticing the red display thing, and then of course we started seeing all these videos and news things from different phone reviewers saying about the red tint on the display. I noticed that, like I said before, and if I do swipe that to the left, to the right, that's there. I'm not sure if you can see it now. Like I said, we did have this update yesterday, so I'm not sure if that's solved the issue. But it was noticeable. I had a slight redness look to it, so I just took the red down a couple of notches, and it resolved the problem. Now Samsung are saying that it's because they're using a more red AMOLED panel or something, so it's called AMOLED red or something like that. That's what they're trying to say they're using. They're also trying to blame us, as they would, because previous times the consumer has been asking for different ways to color balance the device, but that's what we get. The issue though, actually looking at it now, since of course that update yesterday, it's not really too noticeable. Let me take, oh yeah, if I take it back up full red, I can see, it's probably not shown on the camera, but I can see to the eye it has this red little tint. So to solve that problem, take it down a few notches and it's gone. But apparently that is the case with AMOLED displays. You either get a blue AMOLED, green tinted AMOLED, and this is obviously having that red tint. So it's not too much of an issue for me personally. I'm not going to go rush and take it back. The phone works fine. I've waited a long time for it. I was super excited to get it. I have it, and yeah, that is really cool. Well, it's not so great, but the phone works. All you need to do is that little adjustment and it's fine. If we go into the apps before we end here, now the Samsung apps, you do get of course Samsung's bloatware apps, but as mentioned about TouchWiz, TouchWiz has improved, and also the bloatware has improved. They do not add an awful lot, and they also give you, on most of them, I have uninstalled a fair few, but Samsung Connect you cannot uninstall. You can install the voice recorder. Obviously Galaxy apps will not be able to be uninstalled, but most apps, see the Samsung Health and Samsung Gear, you can uninstall those if you don't want them. I've kept them because I might check out the Samsung Health, and I may look into getting the Samsung Gear smartwatch, and I might even get the Gear VR2 headset. So check out for a video coming on that. But yeah, that's just my quick 7-day review. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I helped. As mentioned, all the specs and that. If you want to see, or if you want to download the little Bixby action button there to remap your Bixby button, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the video description for that. Or as mentioned, just search up in the Play Store BX Actions and it will come up. It's the first one. If I just show you that with the handy dandy remap here, go in here, go BX Action, and as soon as you press BX, there you have it, and it says remap Bixby button, and there you have the app. So yeah, just a quick video on my 7-day use of the Samsung Galaxy S8. I hope you did enjoy. The video is a little long, I do apologise for that, but quick video on that. I hope you did enjoy. Please make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and when you do hit subscribe, next to the subscribe button you will see a notification bell. Make sure to turn that on and you will be notified for all upcoming videos here on the channel. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in my next video.